Testing. Good afternoon. As a reminder, please place all cell phone on silent. We're about to begin our program. Good afternoon, graduates, families, friends, faculty, and staff, distinguished guests. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the processional as we welcome our graduates. Kindly remain standing for the playing of the Virgin Island March, followed by the national anthem. Immediately after, we will be led in prayer by Ms. Kezia Corbett. We will be now led in prayer by Ms. Kezia Corbett.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please bow your heads in reverence. Heavenly Father, we gather before you today with hearts full of gratitude, pride, and anticipation. Thank you for walking with us through every moment of our journey, through the trials and triumphs, the late nights and early mornings, the doubts and discoveries. Lord, as we now stand at the threshold of a new chapter, stepping into a world that often feels uncertain and unpredictable, we ask for your peace that surpasses all understanding to guard our hearts and our minds. May we not be overwhelmed by the unknown, but instead be filled with courage, knowing that you go before us. Let us feel the steady presence of your Spirit as our compass to our souls. Holy Spirit, come and fill us with wisdom beyond our years, clarity in confusion, and boldness rooted in faith. Whisper truth into our hearts when the world speaks fair. Guide our decisions, align our desires with your will, and shape your path with your perfect plans. When challenges arise, and they will, may we remember that we never walk alone. Let us sense your nearness in moments of silence, your strength in times of weakness, and your love when we feel lost. Above all, let us be lights in a world that needs hope. Use us for your glory in whatever field, place, or passion you call us to. Remind us that our identity is not in titles or achievements, but in being your loved sons and daughters. We all ask these things in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, Kezia. We just want to recognize Kezia, I hope I pronounce it correctly, as graduating from Ivan Idorakin this morning, ranking number 4 in her class. Let's give her a round of applause. Good afternoon again. I am Erlyn Edwards, Mistress of Ceremony for today's commencement ceremony. It is a distinct honor and heartful pleasure to welcome you to the graduation ceremony of the Raphael Wheatley Skills Center Post-Secondary Career and Technical Education Institute, a place where skills are honed, futures are shaped, and dreams are given directions. Today, we celebrate the hard work, commitment, and growth of our graduating class. These graduates have not only completed their programs, they have mastered skills that will empower them to build, innovate, and lead in the real world. Our graduates have shown resilience, dedication, and a desire to better themselves. And today is a tribute to their journey. Whether they've studied plumbing, electrical installation, cosmetology programs, allied health, LPN, or any trade, they now stand ready to turn knowledge into action and passion into purpose. To the families, friends, and loved ones who have supported these graduates, thank you. Your encouragement and belief have been the steady force behind their success. Ladies and gentlemen, I now welcome our principal, Dr. Mario Francis, to give his welcome speech.
afternoon, everyone. Let's just say this. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. All right? I am one for always telling the truth. I share with the devil. I said, Miss Edwards, please establish protocol so I don't have to blunder through it. And she didn't follow her assignment. So now I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to start with the right. Welcome, Senate President of the 36th Legislature, Senator Potter, our esteemed Commissioner, Dr. Dion Wells-Hendrington. We have our State CTE Director of Korean Technical Education and Adult Education here with us, Dr. Monique Faulkner. We have our leader of the district, Dr. Stefan Jurgen, the Superintendent, Insula. We have our keynote speaker, none other than Miss Leslie Commission, right? You know her, she radio personality, etc., etc., etc. We have representing the board, Miss Era Lockhart. Miss Era Lockhart has been around for 100 years, bless her heart. We also have our valedictorian, Miss Jessica Gibbs, and we have our salutatorian, Mr. Denry Leak. Alrighty, and also I would like to take the opportunity to recognize our senators and other dignitaries in our presence. We have our Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Simra Brown. Is that Dr. Powell there? Dr. Powell, welcome. Deputy Superintendent. We have we have a couple of senators with us. We're going to start with Senator Blyden. Senator Blyden, who has been a steadfast tribes member of the Raphael Wheatley Skills Center. And then we have representing the good Carla, Senator Carla Joseph, and that's, tell me her name? Miss Christopher, did I get it right? Good, good. Then we have my brother from Savon, Senator DeGraff. We also have, did I see Senator Fonseca? Yes. Senator Fonseca, alrighty. We have one of our new partners here from the Office of the Governor Gun Violence, and that's none other than Mr. Fleming. What's your last name, son? Bruce Fleming. All right. If I missed anyone, please forgive me. I don't show my age, but my age shows me, so forgive me. And then we have our families. Our families, this could not be possible without the families who've supported the graduates who are here. So families, big up to you. And then moving over to my left, your right, is none other than all of the tribe members of Raphael Wheatley Skills Center who pulled together to make sure that the graduates that are sitting in front of us are ready for prime time. Not only ready with the skills, but with the hard skills, but the soft skills to get the jobs and maintain them. Faculty and staff, please stand and be recognized. I appreciate you guys sincerely, and I know that the students do as well. And we also have standing right next to me is the mistress of ceremony. She introduced herself. Miss Edwards, when I came to the Raphael Wheatley Skills Center 10 years ago, maybe 11, she was the one consistent there, always there to support. And said, Mr. Francis, what can I do to support you in your quest? And so she's always been there, along with a small team of other, and I really and truly, I don't know where I called her, where's Punky? Then, right, we call her Punky Admiralby, and that's Miss Monica Jennings. She's, again, a steadfast force. And then my admin assistant, Miss Kishma Abbott. I really and truly want to, representative from the delegate is here? Okay, I'm so sorry.
Yes, we would like to acknowledge the representative from Delegate Stacy Plaskett office, Mr. Francois.
Mr. Francois, thank you very much for making us one of the priorities. We appreciate you being here with us. Thank you very much. All right, I'm going to divide my conversation. I'm going to try to keep it brief to set the example. But I really and truly, somebody's cleared their throat to say, The first.
Dr. Francis didn't know we were going to do this intro, but a great principal is the heart of a school. Someone who leads with vision, compassion, and unwavering commitment to student success. They create a safe, supportive environment where learning strives, teachers feel empowered, and every student is seen and valued. I welcome you, the principal of the Raphael Wheatley Skills Center, Dr. Mario Francis.
Thank you very much. Appreciative. The first thing I need to do is I really and truly, I just want to talk about some of our accomplishments. We've had a lot of accomplishments this year. First one on the list, relocating to our new home. And absolutely, we were misplaced since the 2 Cat 5 hurricanes. And we had to turn out students with the same quality of expertise to be able to take these jobs, because workforce development is the backbone of what we do these days. And so we still had to make sure that students were going out of our gates qualified to do these jobs. And so moving into our new facility was definitely one of the highlights for us. Our facility is a work in progress. We appreciate where we are, but we look forward with great anticipation. And this year, we had a record male enrollment. We have a record graduation rate. We have a record male graduation rate, all of which I'll put into a data report, and I'll put it out for our superintendent commission and then for the public to be able to see. Because we have been steadfastly working to make certain that we are keeping up with the times, that we are preparing students for the workforce, which is another one of our record, job placement. Job placement has become one of the pillars of what we do at the Raphael Wheatley Skills Center. Sitting before us, at least a little over 50% of the students that are sitting here have already been offered jobs in their areas of concentration. Another 30% are waiting to take their national registry exams, either in National Healthcare Association, the NBLEX, for the massage therapy and body works. Our tradesmen, they have already, for the most part, completed their NCCER, so they will have their certification and preparing themselves to go to licensing and consumer so they can start a journeyman and eventually become licensed electricians, plumbers, and HVAC technicians here in the community. We have a lot of support from the community. Schneider Regional Medical Center is one of our biggest supporters. Wednesday, they had a hiring breakfast and graduation breakfast for all of our medical students as well as our tradesmen. And just about everyone who went to the hiring breakfast have received good news that in short order, they will be hearing about employment at Schneider Regional Medical Center. Thank you. We also have partnered with the Westin, Marriott's Frenchman's Reef. They sent me their list of over 80 vacancies and asked us how we can assist them in filling those vacancies. And of those 80 vacancies, we have the qualifications in our students to fill at least a good 20% of those jobs. So they will be able to move into positions, varied positions that requires certification in specific areas. We've also just entered into a new agreement with housing development, where we're going to now be supporting the housing development programs in getting the students enrolled into programs that's going to lead to industry-recognized credentials. And so that's going to take a lot of work. And so I'm looking around at the folks in the room, and I'm letting guys know, everyone know, what you see before us, if we have the overwhelming support, fiscal support, moral support, overwhelming because we do get support, this is only a splinter of what we are capable of doing. We're already having conversations that graduation next year, God's willing, if He see fit to have me about, and if I'm not moved from the position, we're looking at a larger venue because we had to limit the amount of tickets we give to each student just so we don't exceed the fire code. All right? And now, while we're here, I want to address our graduates. To the graduates, when I started having some conversations on what can I do, what can I say to inspire this garden of beauty and masculinity as you go into the world to make your mark, what can I say that will assist you to do and continue to do the best job? And the first thing came to mind, and it stayed in my mind, is there's a scripture, Jeremiah 29 and 11, where he says, I know the plans that I have for you, says the Most High. The plan is to prosper you and not to hurt you. The plan is to give you an established end. And in that one statement summarized everything that I would like to say to you. From the time you filled out your first application with us until the time you took your last exam, the God of creation was leading you to the plan that He has for you. Whether you realize it or not, there were times when it was rough and you figured that, you know what, how am I going to get this to turn around? But what happened? You're sitting here today, you become who you are, you overcame all of those obstacles. Why? Because the God of creation stayed with you throughout those times, even when you didn't realize He was there. For those of you who may have a biblical background, you know footprints in the sand. You wanted to know, why is it there was only one set of footprints in the sand when I had the most tumultuous time? I'm only seeing one set of footprints, and you said you weren't going to leave me. And what was the response from the Most High? There's only one set of footprints in the sand because that is the time I was carrying you. So even though you may not realize it, even though you may not have subscribed to it, the God of creation is with you. So as you go out there with your purpose, as you go out there continuing, because it's not done, it's only just begun. You're at a fork in the road right now, and you are going to go in either direction. But guess what? All things are going to work out for good. So I want to say this one thing. I'm not going to belabor the issue. Is stay positive. Always save a space in your heart, in your spirit, for the God of creation. Because when everything else fails, He will never fail you. So again, I am so proud, and I congratulate you on your efforts. And as we create our alumni association, we're looking forward to having you guys come back so that you can speak to the new set of students and let them know, continue what you're doing, because we were here and it worked for us, and we are going to continue to make it work. Again, thank you very much. Have an awesome day, and congratulations.
Thank you for those words, Dr. Francis. There's someone blocking a vehicle license plate number THI 816. THI 816, you're blocking someone. All right, we'll continue our program. We will now have remarks by our State Director, Dr. Monique Faulkner. Good afternoon. I thought long and hard about what I would say to our graduating class. And there are graduates throughout the territory that I did not have the opportunity to speak to. And so the message today is entitled Ready, Set, Lead. Good afternoon, graduates, dignitaries, families, friends, and community in the audience and online. I am compelled to share a direct message rooted in experiences. As I was driving to work today, my car went into a pothole. I was instantly angered. Then I thought back to when I resided in the States and remembered the craters in some of the heavily traveled roads in the popular county in which I lived. I remembered bursting a tire and messing up my rim, trying to dodge one pothole and falling into the other, and thinking, and we want to complain about home? I remember thousands being stranded on the highway for over 24 hours after simple rain in the winter due to the formation of black ice. I remember experiencing frequent power outages after storms and thinking, no way, the lines are buried underground and I am in the States. I remember the struggles of trying to find employment and having to compete with multitudes of people. I remember going to the hospital in excruciating pain, waiting for hours only to be misdiagnosed by a physician assistant of having a sprained ankle, with a call from the doctor the next day telling me my foot was broken and I needed to come to the hospital immediately. And then waiting another 4 hours in pain to be seen. The grass is never greener on the other side. As we clearly see every day on the news, especially within the past decade, there are issues everywhere you go. I said all of that to say, today is a very important day. Graduates are at the crossroads of decision with this significant milestone. How do you take what you have learned and apply it to seek a job opportunity, start a business, or both? To some, the choice is clear, while others may ponder the decision to leave for opportunities that may not be clearly promoted here at home. I was once where you are, and I understand all too well the decisions that permeate youth mindsets. My advice to you is to follow your dreams. If you are strongly convicted in a decision, do not allow anyone to make you second guess the decision, because second guesses are deeply rooted in regret. Make your decisions based on your goals and not on any outside influences or negativity that may permeate in the air. My decision to move was mine, and my decision to return home was mine. Although delayed because of obligations, I was determined to one day return home, not for a government job, but because I gained a surmountable amount of experiences, skill sets, and ideas that I was eager to put into action here at home. Our infrastructure, although not the strongest, is one that requires all the skill sets that you now have. How you choose to utilize those skill sets is yours. I am humbled, honored, encouraged, motivated, and excited when I patronize the services of or visit businesses owned and operated by current and former graduates, or when I visit medical facilities and your peers or the professionals that serve me with pride, dignity, and knowledge, explaining their every move as they perform their services. I will leave you with this one thought. A wise person once asked me, "How do you eat an elephant?" Seeing the confusion on my face, she replied, "One bite at a time. If you must leave, don't let it be forever. And if you stay, commit to being a part of the solution. Apply the fixes that you have learned in your trade to the mindset of fixes that we must apply to this place called home. Our ancestors taught us about the village, and the village mentality has evolved because we must be the architects of the change that we so readily vocalize. Change will come through action, and it will take a team of like-minded Virgin Islanders working in diverse ways to cause the USVI reset. There is absolutely no place like home. The time is now, and the turn is yours. Ready, set, lead. Thank you.
And now we will hear remarks from member of the 24th Board of Education, Ms. Era Lockhart. And just before the presentation of certificates of awards, we will sing the VI March and the National Anthem, which serves us identity, pride, and unity in our lives. Ms. Lockhart.
Good afternoon. Like Principal Francis, I am so happy that protocol has been established. Thank you. You know, I love graduations, like many of us do. It reinstills a sense of pride, happiness, hope, all the good things that we deserve in life. But there's just always, and I say this every year that I've been here representing the board, if the chairman of the board ever said that I was not representing the board at Raphael or Wheatley Skills Center, I think I'd quit. I love your graduations. I love the picture of families, supporters, well-wishers. I love the fact that so many times the male population exceeds the female. And today is no exception. Congratulations to all of you. As Ms. Edwards said, I bring you greetings on behalf of Chairman of the Virgin Islands 22nd Board of Education, Dr. Kaiser Carwood, and the members. At this time, I'd like to ask the following individuals to please stand. I don't know you, so I'm depending on you to work with me. Xavier Alexander. Okay. Sijaya Carwood. What? I'm striking out. Crystal Cooper. Jonathan Davis. Lauren Florent. Janaya Francis. Okay. Jaden Gums. Jacoya Percival. I must have the wrong list. Definitely have the wrong list. That's Ace. No. Okay. Okay. No. I wanted to let these individuals know and to ask you to join me in congratulating them. Mr. Francis, they are all recipients of scholarships to attend the Raphael Wheatley Skills Center program. And so since you won't hear their names tomorrow, I'm going to continue with the additional 5 names. Josette Gums, Jacoya Percival, Aileen Santana, Devon St. Hilaire, Caitlin Sabrate, Adonaiah Williams. Congratulations to all of them. They will be joining, taking your places, and I think that's an excellent decision. You know, one of the special reasons why I really adore and love attending the Skills Center graduation is because I've always been and continue to be an ardent promoter, advocate for workforce development. Mr. Francis said earlier that I've been around for close to 100 years. He said something like that, right? No, you knew. He's aging himself. But it probably seems that way because I've had the privilege to establish, develop, and maintain a very good working relationship with Mr. Francis, Principal Francis. And when I tell you this man works, I've worked with him over the years while I was at the Department of Labor, and now I'm back in his lap as a member of the Board of Education. He works on your behalf, and you should feel privileged because the fact that your workforce ready is really a big deal. So please give yourselves a big round of applause. Class of 2025, you persevered. You are prepared, and you will prevail. So go into the world and do well. But most importantly, go into the world and do good. Congratulations, love, and blessings.
Thank you for those remarks. And now we will have remarks by our Insular Superintendent, Dr. Stefan Jurgen.
Distinguished platform guests, well-wishers, and to you, the class of 2025. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, you sound a little dry. And I'm sitting over there, and y'all about to put me in a coma. And I'm like, these students, these folks had it real easy. I don't know what it is for you. But, you know, when I look out, I've been around these parts for some 29 years. And truthfully, 29 years is my career, right? And truthfully, I didn't come here for y'all tonight, you know. I came here for myself. You know why? Coming to this graduation closes the loop for me. I've known some of you from J. Antonio Jarvis Elementary School. I've known some of you from Adelita Cancrane Junior High School, New Horizons Alternative School, New Horizons School, Ivana Eudora Ken, the Charlotte Amalia High School, Archer Summer Enrichment, all kinds of programs. I've known so many of you. And the you that you were then can't be the same you know. It can't be, right? If we're going to be the same person we were 15 years ago, we might as well sleep for 15 years. There had to be some growth. There had to be some goal setting. There had to be some achievement, some success achieved. And as I look out, I see it there in every single one of you that I've known for all these years. And some of you, I know you've struggled. I know some of you have struggled with academics, but some of you have struggled in life. Some of you have struggled with your attitude. Some of you have struggled financially. Some of you had children, and you needed somebody to help you watch those children so you could come to school. None of those things happened to y'all. Some of y'all didn't know where you were going to find the first 2 nickels to scratch together. Right? Some of you had issues and conflict with your own mouth because you would tell somebody off in a minute. But fast forward to now, you've learned how to bridle your tongue just a little bit, right? So my point is, when you go back, and your story is your story, but when you close your eyes tonight and you think back of where you came from and where you are now, your soul has to cry out hallelujah. Because guess what? You did not get here by yourself. You got here because some of these same folks that are out there in this audience, some of those same folks had to sacrifice, had to give up their time, of their efforts to get you to where you are today. And the hand of God has been upon each and every one of you. And regardless of where you come from, you made it here today, right? And that's not by chance or happenstance. So I just want to congratulate each and every one of you as Dr. Brown comes and brings the documents for the reason why I'm really here. I just want to, I'm gonna say congratulations to the class of 2025 again. And I want you to act like that story that you have in your stomach, in your belly. I want you to act like I am excited for being here. Congratulations, the class of 2025. Oh, man. Now, you see, I'm in the right arena now. I want you to do one more thing for me. Whoever is here that came to you, right? I want you to get up and tell them thank you. Look them, connect, and you tell them thanks. Right now, stand, let's go. So, I leave you with two words. Two words I leave you with. The first word is gratitude. And you exercise that just now by telling the folks that have helped you, thank you, right? The next word is what? The first word is gratitude. The second word is attitude. You have the tools to go out into business. You have the tools to go out into industry now. You're going to get a piece of paper that says that you have exactly what it takes to go out into the world. But that's not all that you need. You need to possess a good attitude. And along the way, maybe your attitude wasn't the best. But no one of us can help you fix that attitude of yours, you know. You need a positive attitude as you go out in life. And I encourage each and every one of you to be on this crusade with me. I'm on a crusade to do away with bad attitudes. And the truth be told, in the U.S. Virgin Islands, you encounter a lot of bad attitudes. But in your service industry, I don't want someone with a bad attitude coming to fix my toilet. I don't want someone with a bad attitude washing and setting my hair. I don't want somebody with a bad attitude taking the bunions and the corn and the callus off of my feet. Because you're going to slice my foot and then I'm going to have a bad attitude. So the service that you render, I'm saying to you, possess a good attitude. This diploma, this is going to get you in the door. But listen, a good attitude is going to open so many more doors, and it's going to put you on a global level where people are going to seek after your name. So it's gratitude. Be grateful for what you have. And attitude, show that you have a good attitude to everyone. Now, there are some folks in here. You know, I was taking a carpentry class. Is Wendell in here? He's not? He chose not to? Is Timari in here? Is Kevin in here? Shout out, give yourself a shout out. That's right. Now I called myself, I wanted to do got this thing for carpentry, right? I wanted to be able to build some stuff. So I called myself going into the carpentry class. I only took one portion. So I now have to go back, right? But it was really, really good to see some of those folks that was in class with me that they continued. But I have to go back. So, for the reason I'm here now, right? The Valedictorian, this is a small token of our appreciation from the Office of the Insular Superintendent. Certificate of recognition. This certificate is proudly presented to Jessica Gibbs and Salutatorian Denry Blake in recognition of outstanding academic excellence and for earning the highest distinction of valedictorian for the graduating class of 2025, your dedication, perseverance, and exceptional performance have set you apart as a leader among your peers. With great pride, we honor your achievements and wish you continued success in all your future endeavors. And it's signed by the Deputy Superintendent and myself, Superintendent of the St. Thomas St. John School District. Congratulations. Congratulations, class of 2025. Yes.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Yergin. Red Silverado Chevy truck, license plate number H2514. You are blocking in front of the music suite. Someone needs to get out immediately. Red Silverado Chevy truck. As we continue with our programs, we will now hear remarks from our Salutatorian, Mr. Dennery Blake. Please stand, give him a round of applause as he makes his address remark.
Good afternoon to all dignitaries, faculty and staff, family members, and well-wishers, and my fellow graduates. I am Denry Blake, and it's an honor and pleasure to stand before you as the Salutatorian of the Raphael O. Wheatley Skills Center graduating class of 2025. First and foremost, I would like to give God praise and thanks to allowing us to be here today. I would also like to thank my wife, Monique, for her sacrifices and support that have allowed me the opportunity to pursue my goals. Special thanks to Dr. Francis, the principal, for your vision of adding more programs for aspiring students and your commitment to ensuring the programs are compliant so that we can obtain certification in our various fields. I must acknowledge my instructors who have helped me along this journey. Mr. Blyden, thank you for sharing your vast knowledge and skills in the electrical trade with this class. Ms. Amby Blyden, thank you for being instrumental in the framing of our mental tenacity and for your dedication in ensuring that our electricity class stayed on task. I can still remember that first day of class, right out the gate. Ms. Blyden said to the class of 16 students, that starting tonight, we'll be practicing our soft skills. Nightly, each person would go to the front of the class and present a short speech about ourselves. The term soft skills was not common to me, and it definitely was not the skill I was used to. For those that know me, they would tell you that public speaking is not something I enjoy. We did these soft skills exercises for months, and somewhere along the line, I realized it wasn't so bad. The uncomfortable feeling of public speaking gradually subsided. I can clearly say that due to those soft skills sessions, I can stand before you proudly and give encouragement to my fellow classmates. Class of 2025, as I look at you today, I see excellence. Although we did not select a traditional college or university to educate us, I believe excellence comes in different packages. I am so proud of you. And your family members, friends, financial supporters are proud of you too. In fact, even your babysitters, people you borrowed a car from, to get to class, your personal chauffeurs, those who drop you off and pick you up, and your cover man, those who covered for you in classes when you're not there, and those who covered for you on the job when you're doing assignments and studying for tests. There are many of you who have jobs, children to take care of, and other obligations that may made it difficult to attend classes. We all felt the stresses and difficulties of life. In other words, life does be life in. But we took the steps to attend the Raphael or Wheatley Skills Center to achieve a goal. Some came to change career paths, others to improve on their careers. No matter the goal, we all came trying to be successful by obtaining a skill. But before you step into the working world with your new skill, I would like to make the word skill an acronym that you will remember on your journey to being successful. S, you are special and have a specific purpose. Jeremiah 1:5 says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations. God has made each one of us special and with a specific purpose. Did you know that the New York Times did a study which indicated that only 25% of Americans truly know their life's purpose? We are not here by accident, so let us be more proactive in figuring out our purpose in life. If you do not know what your purpose on earth is, ask yourself 3 questions. Who am I here to serve? What problems can I solve? What problem am I called to be solved? How can I use my skills to solve this problem? K, kind. Class. Let us be kind to the customers and clients. We must provide excellent customer service. For those who will be entrepreneurs, provide fair pricing and not overcharge customers just to make huge profits. Please place yourself in your customers' or clients' shoes and be kind. Let us not forget where we came from. We must ask ourselves, how can I change people's lives today? I, improve your trade. Keep up to date on new developments in your respective areas. Attend training, practice, and be open to constructive criticism. Although we are knowledgeable, there's always room to achieve more. L, listen and learn. You cannot learn unless you listen. Listen to your supervisors, your coworkers, your customers or clients. Remember, no one knows everything, so learn from what these individuals have to say. When we listen, that is when we can improve. L, laughter and leisure. It's easy to forget the importance of laughter and leisure when you're juggling work, responsibilities, and commitments. However, take time for yourselves and engage in activities that bring joy and relaxation. This will help you reduce stress, improve physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Remember, laughter is often referred to as the best medicine. Class, you're going to do well. The Raphael O. Wheatley Skills Center is an answer and a beacon of hope to many people. So I would be remiss if I did not make a plea to the dignitaries and all who write legislations and appropriate fundings. We need you to go all in and provide more fundings for the school. We need you to go all in on our young black men who feel that there is no opportunity and no part in life to take and are on the streets dying. We need you to go all in for that single mother who feels hopeless and in despair, locked in a dead-end job. We need you to go all in for that person who knows college is not for them, but can obtain an accredited certification through our skill center. These changes are real, and we need to go all in. Class of 2025, you have shown to have the intelligence, the discipline, and intestinal fortitude to accomplish your goals, and earn your certificate. Go out now and implement your SKILL. Remember, you are special and have a specific purpose. Be kind, improve on your certification, listen and learn, and lastly, enjoy laughter and leisure. Class of 2025, congratulations.
Let's hear it for our Salutatorian, Mr. Dennery Blake. Awesome, awesome words of wisdom. Mr. Blake, you surely did learn soft skills. The thing is that when I told Mr. Blake that he was a Sal, he was like, me? Oh. I said, I need a speech. A speech? I said, yeah. He said, okay, I'm going to have one for you. I said, I need it by Sunday midnight. Up until Monday, Mr. Blake was still writing the speech, and I can see why. Awesome. Thank you. And now put your hands together for our valedictorian, Miss Jessica Gibbs.
Good afternoon, everyone. Protocols has been established. To our honored guests, dedicated teachers and staff, proud families, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. It is with deep gratitude and humility that I, Jessica Gibbs, stand before you today as a valedictorian of the Raphael Wheatley Skills Center, class of 2025. Today is a celebration, a day many of us imagine in countless ways. Through late night study sessions, the chaos of group projects, the endless tests and assignments, the quiet moments when we questioned if we'd ever reach this point. But we did. Through determination, sacrifice, and hard work, we made it. Though we came from different programs, today we share the same stage. Graduation is just not the finish line. It is proof that we kept going. For me, this moment is more than a personal achievement. This is my I made it moment. Even with a bachelor's degree in biology, I still wasn't sure what direction my life would take. But by the grace of God, I found my calling to help others. So first and foremost, I give thanks to Almighty God for instilling in me the virtues of patience and perseverance. Through my hardest moments, one truth kept me grounded. God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers, and it is by his grace that I am standing before you today. This glory is not mine alone, but shared with everyone who supported me. To my parents, Benny and Brenda Gibbs, thank you for always pushing me beyond my limits. Your strength became my strength. Your endless prayers, your encouragement, and most importantly, your unwavering love shaped the woman that I am today. To all the families who have supported me, thank you. It truly does take a village. To my amazing coworkers at Partners for Kids, especially Dr. Cecilia Penn, thank you for believing in me when others didn't. You gave me the space to grow and the chance to keep learning every day. A heartfelt thank you to my CMA classmates, Shamaya, Tajia, and Anthony. We started as strangers. We became friends, teammates, and family. This honor belongs to all of us. We never competed. We supported, uplifted, and believed in each other. We owe so much to our teacher, Miss Violet Gordon. Miss Gordon, thank you for seeing the potential in us. You taught us just not skills, but resilience and life. We are forever grateful to you. To the island's best kept secret, the Raphael Wheatley Skill Center. Thank you for being a place where students doesn't gain knowledge, but real hands-on experience that prepares us for the world. This institution stands strong because of leaders like Principal Dr. Mario Francis and your dedicated staff. Thank you for being a pillar in our community. And finally, to the incredible class of 2025. This moment is the fruit of your labor. Let it always remind you of what you are capable of. This is not just a certificate. It is a symbol of your strength, your perseverance, and every obstacle you've overcome. As we move forward into the world full of possibilities, let us continue to learn, continue to rise, and to continue to succeed. Because success is just not about reaching the top. It is also about reaching back, reaching within, and reaching out. So, my fellow graduates, our story has just begun. The question now is, how will our story continue? Let us never forget, success is not just a destination. It is a mindset. Congratulations, class of 2025. We made it.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you for those wonderful words. As she said, learn, rise, and succeed. Thank you. And now we will be serenaded by Mr. Keon Harrigan. To our graduates, we thank you. We thank you. And as for this moment, we will now serenade you. All right, while we're waiting for Mr. Harrigan, we will hear remarks from our commissioner, Dr. Dion Wells Hendrington. Please welcome her.
Good afternoon. Senate President Milton Potter of the 36th Legislature and all other senators present, Dr. Francis, Dr. Jurgen, Dr. Faulkner, and all other platform guests, well-wishers, parents, faculty, and staff, but most importantly to the class of 2025. I listened to all the words of wisdom that were given this afternoon. And the one that resonated the most with me is attitude. And as I leaned over and spoke to Dr. Francis, because I was interested in knowing who those individuals were who may have gotten certification in an area that could lend to the construction that is taking place in our schools. And one of the things that Dr. Faulkner, as the state director of CTE, has been able to do is meet with the contractors. I truly believe that some of you should be employed by them. We have tons and tons of projects that are about to kick off. And so with Dr. Francis and Dr. Faulkner, my hope is that some of you will be able to gain employment. This is important because we need hands on deck. And if you don't have a plan yet, that may be an option for you. But when I heard about attitude, and I heard Dr. Jürgen make the remark about engaging with a client or with someone providing services and not having a pleasant attitude, it brought me back to your attitude determines your altitude. And because you're here, I know that you are able to overcome challenges. You have overcome obstacles. I see my good friend sitting there. You're never too old to learn. And you know that. You've been through that. So what do you need to remember as you go on to whatever this next chapter may be, whatever door may open for you? It's your attitude. And we have to be careful when we're engaging with individuals because you don't know who's who. And sometimes, because of your attitude, people will be hesitant, not because of your skills, but because of how you treat them. So I want to say that to me, that was the one thing that really stuck out to me. And I hope that as you move on in this journey, that you will remember those words because it does impact the opportunities that you may have. And so I'm honored to be here as Commissioner of the Department of Education, and I bring you greetings from Governor Bryan and Lieutenant Governor Roach. Everyone knows that Lieutenant Governor Roach does not miss this event, but he is off island and does not return until tomorrow. So on behalf of the administration, we want to say congratulations. We want to say that this is not just a piece of paper that you're getting. This is something that you can use to open up opportunities for yourself. One of the things that we all know is one size does not fit all. So as I look out and I see some familiar faces, don't ever be afraid to make changes. Don't ever be afraid to pivot. College is not for everyone. This gives you an opportunity to earn a good living and also to provide services to our community. So all 152, Mr. Francis, you said, 152 graduates today deserve a resounding round of applause. And my last piece, as you move forward, remember that excellence is not a destination but a journey. Stay committed to lifelong learning. Keep sharpening your skills and never underestimate the value of the work you do. And I have to say this piece. When we had our opening teacher professional development, Dr. Jürgen was so happy to display his work that he had done in his carpentry class, where he was pointing arrows with words on it as part of our way forward in our back to school professional development. And he is testament that you're never too old. There's some of you right in here that can benefit from the services that are offered at the Skills Center, and never think that it's too late. We are all lifelong learners. I'm sitting here, I'm beaming with pride because I know a few of you who are receiving your certification today, and I am truly honored and truly proud of your accomplishments. Go out and light the world on fire. You have it. Do it. It's up to you. Remember, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. So it starts with you. You are all winners. You have all proven that you have what it takes. It's just up to you to prove it and show this world who you really, really are. And one of the things that everybody said here today, we got to give God the glory. There's so many people who didn't make it today, but you are here. And so that means there's a plan. So just trust in the Spirit. Just use your wisdom to guide you and go and light the world on fire. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Hedrington. And now, graduates, we'll now be serenaded by Mr. Keon Harrigan. You want to take the mic?
Say goodbye to what we had. The good times that made us laugh, outweigh them bad. We get to see for Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's hear it again from Mr. Keon Harrigan Thomas. Thank you. Thank you. And now we will have remarks by our Senate President, the Honorable Milton E. Frett. Oh, I'm sorry. Milton E. Potter, representing for the Lieutenant Governor, who is out of the territory, the Lieutenant Governor Tregonza Roach. Senate President Potter, welcome.
Good afternoon, graduates. You know, I had no idea that I would be speaking today, so I didn't have anything prepared, but it is really my honor and my privilege to be here today at this graduation ceremony. I know we have close to between 4,000 to 7,000 vacant positions right now. The RAN Corporation personnel to transform our territory. You have a very, very important role to play in shaping and developing our community. I was just speaking to here in the territory just about 2 months ago at my home. My plumbing bill was thousands of dollars. So it is, any plumbers here in the class? Any plumbers? Awesome. So I just want to say to you, I am very proud of all of you. I'm proud of your persistence, your dedication, your commitment here in the Virgin Islands community. And I just want to say thank you very much. Give yourselves a tremendous round of applause for your persistence, for your perseverance, for sticking with it. You know, because it's easy to give up, to not stick with something, and you stuck with it through challenges, through trials, through tribulations. You stuck with it, and you did it. You did it, and that is no easy feat. So I am very proud of you on behalf of the members, my colleagues in the 36th legislature of the Virgin Islands. We are very proud of you. We look forward to seeing big things from you in the future. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for being here.
Thank you, Senator Potter. Leslie Commission journey reflects the vibrant spirit of the Virgin Islands, intertwined with a passion for politicals and community service. Born and raised in St. Thomas, she emerged from the local public school system with a thirst for knowledge and a drive to make a difference. After completing her high school education, Leslie pursued higher studies, obtaining her Bachelor of Arts degree in political science from Utica College of Syracuse University. Her academic prowess are duly recognized with her prestigious Paul Brown Fellowship Award, acknowledging her as the standout graduate in the political science department with a multi-year Who's Who in American Colleges and Universities Award. Venturing into the realm of national politics in 1998, Leslie made an indelible mark with her involvement to the re-election campaign of U.S. Senator Harry Reid. This campaign, noted for its intense station-wide conquests, served as the launching pad for Leslie's illustrious career. Since then, she has immersed herself in various political landscapes, from presidential races to gubernatorial and congressional races, both within the United States and her beloved Virgin Islands. Throughout her career, Leslie has collaborated with renowned figures such as Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, former Secretary of State John Kerry, and President Bill Clinton, demonstrating her versatility and acumen in navigating diverse political terrains. Noteworthy roles include serving as political director for Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett and as the former executive director of the Democratic Party of the Virgin Islands, solidifying her reputation as a pivotal figure in shaping political landscapes. Beyond national borders, Leslie's expertise has transcended to the British Virgin Islands, where her consulting prowess contributed to electoral electoral victories for the Virgin Island Party. Additionally, her involvement with the Democratic National Convention Podium Operations Team since 2000 highlights her adeptness in managing her high-profile events, working alongside prominent leaders to ensure seamless execution. Her work at the Democratic National Convention has led to her collaborating with prominent Democratic leaders, including former President Jimmy Carter, former First Lady Michelle Obama, former governors Gary Locke and Charlie Christ, former Congressman John Dingell, former Commerce and Transportation Secretary Federico Pena, Basketball Hall of Fame Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and many others, highlighting her adeptness at executing on a high level on a national level. Her role in this capacity is one that she is most proud of and is one where her natural leadership is on display in guiding various speakers through the process of performing at the convention. Leslie has been a fixture on the Virgin Islands media scene as a radio talk show host on WVWI and as the nightly anchored news on innovative TV Channel 2 News. In addition, she has served as the inaugural host of the PBS WTJX Channel 12's Comes with the Territory. Complementing her political endeavors, Leslie is a co-owner of 340 Enterprise, a property management company alongside her husband, Pierre Duclos, rooted in a commitment to community engagement. She actively participates in local events and organizations with a particular focus on initiatives aimed at empowering youth. Her involvement with entities such as the USVI Boxing Federation and the Little League of the Virgin Islands reflects her dedication to nurturing future leaders. Leslie's personal life is anchored in family. With her proud parents, Gilbert Commission Sr. and Valdivia Blyden, her 9 siblings, and her cherished partnership with Pierre Duclos. Her unwavering dedication to excellence and public service epitomize her impactful contributions within the political sphere and community development initiatives, leaving an enduring legacy for generations to come. Graduates, fellow friends, dignitaries, please welcome our keynote speaker for this commencement ceremony today, Ms. Leslie Commission.
Erlyn, if I knew you were going to read all that, I would have sent something a lot shorter. Good afternoon to everyone present, Dr. Francis, special guest, and faculty and staff. Last and certainly not the least, the esteemed graduates of the Raphael Wheatley Center Class of 2025. It is indeed an honor to be here with you today. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Creator for health and strength and this wonderful gathering on this beautiful Virgin Islands Day. When I was asked to be guest speaker, I consulted with Ms. Edwards, who I would also like to thank for extending this opportunity to me along with Dr. Francis, and I asked how much time I have to speak, and she said 20 to 25 minutes. And I said, great, I will do it in half that time. So you can set your clocks because this ain't gonna be one of them long, boring speeches. The next thing I did was what so many students do nowadays, and perhaps some of you have done. I went to ChatGPT and had it write the speech. No, I'm just joking. I didn't have ChatGPT write my speech, but most of you are already on the right path, and you have made great decisions, and those decisions have led you to this point in time in your life, this time of celebration of your achievement. For many, it wasn't easy, as you've heard before. There have been starts and stops, obstacles that you overcame, really tough times, and many of you had times when you weren't sure if you would actually make it. But guess what? You are here. And I'm here to simply impart with you some lessons that I think will be helpful. Some of them you've heard before, that I've learned in my almost 50 years here on earth. And feel free to come up to me afterwards and say, you don't look almost 50 years old, because that's good for my ego and I know it's true. So I decided to share with you just some straightforward lessons that hopefully will be memorable and that you can continually reflect on to guide you through your successful careers. Now, but before I get to that, I just want to talk a little bit about the Raphael Wheatley Center and what it's doing for our community, for the rest of the guests here. As the valedictorian said, it was almost like she read my speech. I think the Raphael Wheatley Center is one of the best kept secrets in the Virgin Islands. In a time when so many things don't seem to work well, this has been working well. There are 152 graduates and 22 programs in the school. The school currently has 50 existing partnerships with community organizations, government agencies, and businesses, which help to give the students real-world experience that they need to help enhance their skills through externships. Now, most of you will be guaranteed a job when you leave here, and that is positive. Principal Francis told me some of the extra things that are taught here at the Raphael Wheatley Center. The soft skills that your Salutatorian spoke about, Mr. Blake, like customer service, and that it isn't necessary to match energy all the time. That's a good one. To take initiative without taking over, and to accept that with leadership comes criticism some of the times, but you must lead nonetheless. He also told me that entrepreneurship is a critical tenet taught here at the school, and I'm confident that we have our next set of business leaders and entrepreneurs in the community right here in this graduating class. So graduates from this class are going to be filling crucial positions throughout the Virgin Islands in the health field, auto industry, cosmetology, and other sectors. Some of you are graduating with national certifications in your fields, and that, as former President Joe Biden once said on a hot mic, is a big deal. You could insert an expletive there, but I ain't gonna cuss today. So you should be proud of yourselves. Your friends and family should all be proud, but know that this is just the beginning. So now to my simple lessons to help you navigate through future chapters on your journey. Number one, meditate daily. And when I say meditate, I don't mean what you see on TV or in the movies. I'm referring to just finding 5 minutes minimum every day of just total silence and quiet, where you could connect with that inner power that you have within you. We all have internal conversations and we talk to ourselves. Sometimes the voices can be overwhelming and we have multiple conversations going on within our own heads. But it's important that we find some quiet time to connect with our inner being, because that is where we connect to the greater universe source, or what I like to refer to as the divine. Doing this will empower you and will help to shield you against the drama, because believe me, it's out there that life can sometimes throw at you. One of my favorite Bible verses is Psalms 46:10, and it simply says, "Be still and know that I am God." Stillness is the key to maintaining good mental health. Number two, feel the fear and do it anyway. Unless it's illegal, immoral, stupid, or hurtful to others, don't ever let fear stop you from fulfilling your dreams. Number three, don't get comfortable. Comfort is more addictive than drugs. Number four, this too shall pass. As bad or as good as the moment gets, and it may seem, it will eventually pass. Nothing you experience will last forever. So don't get too high or too low in the moment. Don't let the moment make you make a decision that will affect your life in a negative way. Number five, continue to invest in yourselves. Don't ever stop paying to learn something new. And where possible, take advantage of the University of YouTube. There is so much free information out there. When you don't know how to do something, use the tools around you to get the answer or to lead you on the right path to that answer. Don't hesitate to ask someone either, who may know the answer to what you desire to know. The most they can tell you is no. And don't let your smartphone be smarter than you. Number six, constantly be a learner. Education doesn't end in the classroom. Read constantly and consume as much good information, because there's bad information out there, as you can. You will be better for it. Number seven, take an interpersonal communication course That has been said, well, it's been alluded to in earlier speakers. And watch videos about interpersonal communication online. This will take you so far in life. Sometimes it's not what you have to say, but it's all about how you say it. So before I move on to the next point, I want to tell you a quick story. My freshman year in college, I had a political science 101 course that was extremely difficult, and the professor had a very notorious reputation. People literally feared this man. And when I started taking his course, I too started to feel that fear. This course was difficult, and he actually was so difficult. The first day of the course, he gave you your final exam. And on the first day of class, when you were taking that exam, he told you, you could bring a note card, a 4x6 note card, put all the notes you want for the final exam on it. And believe it or not, people still would fail the final. Now, imagine having all semester to study for a test, having the contents of the test, and still failing. As I began to get overwhelmed with this course, I decided I changed my major. I asked some friends what I could do to change my major, and they said, look, just meet with your student advisor, do a declaration that you're changing your major, go to the registrar's office and let them know that you're changing your major. So I went to the registrar's office, and I found out who my student advisor was. Guess what? It was the same professor. Yeah, so I had to make a tough decision at that point. Would I go on and push through with my political science degree? And I decided to tough it out with him. But needless to say, that professor became my absolute favorite professor. To this day, we still keep in contact on a regular basis. Finished my major, and who knows, I could have had a different life had I not toughed it through studying something else. But we pushed through and made it, and it afforded me the career that I have today. So my next point, which is number 8, never give up. No matter how hard the journey is, don't give up on yourself. Always bet on you. If I had changed my major, like I said, could have had a wonderful life, but this girl who grew up in Savannah and Corwin Terrace, that has gone on to work with and meet presidents of the United States, senators, governors, the people that literally govern this country, that wouldn't have happened if I had changed my major. Number 9, don't be a victim. Look inwards in all circumstances first. Blaming others for your results is a weakness. Number 10, constantly think about what your legacy will be and how you will be remembered. If you live the right way, you will leave a good legacy, and you will end up writing your own obituary, and it won't be left to somebody to make up stuff when you are gone. Number 11, bring someone along on the journey with you. That should be part of your legacy. Find a young person and help teach them what you know. Number 12, because somebody gets or has something, that doesn't mean there's less of the pie for you to have. You see, you need to live a life with an abundance mindset. There is more than enough in this life for all of us. So your only competition is with yourself and how you could improve you. Number 13, you never know how much time you have left. While it may feel like there's a lot of time, as you get older, that time starts to go by really quickly. So please use it wisely. Number 14, learn to see things from all angles and leave room for other perspectives and scenarios. I can't tell you how far having that skill in life can take you. Being able to see things from another perspective or multiple perspectives is one of the first things you can do in converting someone to see things your way. It is a trademark of a good leader, and I know we have good leaders sitting amongst this graduation class. Number 15, give back to your community. It doesn't always have to be monetary, but find a way to do something useful for this community that has given you the opportunity to make a living and fulfill your dreams. And number 16, nothing is impossible. Everything that exists today started as a thought in someone's head, and they made it a reality. The car, the computer, the airplane, that ugly cyber truck, it all started as a thought in somebody's head, and they made it a reality. If you can think it, you can make it happen. My favorite scripture is Philippians 4:13, which says, you can do all things. He didn't say some things. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. I wanted to include more in this speech, but I also wanted to be mindful of the time. So my last tidbit is this. I want to impart to you how important it is to be on time. I can't tell you how many opportunities this has afforded me in life. People view you differently when you're on time, and they also view you differently when you're late. So be on time. That's it, and that's all. I want you to do me a favor, graduates. If you see me in public, say hello, introduce yourself. Let's get to know each other. Networking is one of the things we do not do well in this community. And it's important for us to network because by networking, we can help each other. And I'm committed to helping you however I can. On a final note, stop at stop signs, use your turn signal, and don't be one of them people who to honk when the light just turned green. Much success to all you, and go out and change the Virgin Islands.
Thank you. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you so much for those inspiring and encouraging words to our graduates. You don't look a day over 50. I worked with Leslie in the legislature years ago, and she still looks the same. We work with Senator Goodwin. Yes. Thank you. And now, graduates, we have another musical selection for you. Yes, we do. And we want you to put your hands together and welcome Mr. L.J. Bratwitz.
So high every week, we deserve a party. So tell everybody, and let's get it started.
Mr. Brathwaite. I can't believe y'all were sitting. I cannot believe that good music. I was back here jumping. All right, this is the moment that we've been waiting for. Yes, yes. Right, graduates. One of the most important moments of graduation is walking across the stage to receive your certificates and award. It's a symbol of dedication, late night studying, and perseverance it took to get you here today. As you accept them, you carry not only your achievements, but also the encouragement of every family, teacher, friend who supported you along the way. And then there's a moment you've been waiting for, the turning of the tassel. It may seem like a small gesture, but it holds a powerful meaning. With that simple motion, you officially move from student to graduates. It's a moment of pride, of reflection, and of new beginnings. We will now begin the process of the presentation of certificates and awards. Would the instructors of the Raphael or Wheatley Skill Center please come forward? Row 1, please stand. Phlebotomy students will be called by their instructor, Miss Gordon Thomas.
Good afternoon. As a phlebotomy instructor at the Raphael Wheatley Skill Center, I am so very, very proud to announce the 2024-2025 graduates of the phlebotomy program. Announcing the 2024-2025 graduates of the phlebotomy program at the Skill Center. Yasmin Batista. Danae Joseph. Delana Magna. Lauren Penn. Nashali Sanchez. Empress Selkridge. And Serena Shillingford. Thank you.
Instructor Peterson, please come forward. Emergency medical technician.
Good afternoon. Before I call my class, I'd like to let you guys know I'm very, extremely proud of this group. They worked hard, they enjoyed hard, and they had a lot to do. However, they're calling you names, and there are 4 students in my class who took the opportunity to use my class as a stepping stone in further their careers. These are doctors. They're going to use my program, stepping stone toward their medical career, and I applaud them for that. Miss Aziria Calwood. Mr. Rainier Shallery. Miss Lisa Curtis. From the Virgin Islands Fire Service EMS, Corporal Dr. Lene Fredericks. Mr. Freddie Herrera. Assistant Instructor, Physician Assistant, Mr. Kalijah Letsam. Ms. Kene Lindo. Congratulations. Mr. Jason Mead, Jr. Dr. Carissa Moses.
LPN. Instructor, Mrs. Clarice Commission.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am so very proud of these individuals. They worked hard and they studied hard. Miss Cassie, Sieja Benjamin. Daniqua Francis. No. Kimo King. Cherise Laronde. Kumpau. Miss Winifred Powell. Mishi, Demisha Riviere. Akea Rodriguez. Kishana Smith. And Latoya Angelica Taylor.
CMA instructor, Ms. Violet Gordon, please come forward.
A pleasant good afternoon. And I want to thank and congratulate the 4 students, clinical medical assistant. I also want to talk a little story about Anthony, the only male. And he got a job in a medical institution, and he was unhappy because he came back and he said, Miss Gordon, I'm not doing the skills, I'm not practicing the skills. They have me in a back room on a machine and things like that. And he was most unhappy, and he left. And he has landed a job now. I'm proud to say at ambulatory care. And he's so happy because he's meeting patients, he's practicing his skills, and he's loving it. And so, our only male, thank you and congratulations. And you, all 4 of you, are going to do well. We're going to start with Shamaya Joseph. Anthony Smith. Tajir Tapia. And our valedictorian, Ms. Jessica Gibbs.
Instructor Nikia Mercer, please come forward. Is she here? Medical Administrative Assistant. Kinaya Brooks. Velina LeBlanc. Kimberly Paul. Kivanya Richardson. Nikayla Robles. Instructor Geraldine Buncombe will be presenting certificates to our certified nursing assistants, who will also be receiving certificates in patient care technician. Along with Ms. Stacy Cotland.
Good afternoon, graduates. Okay, proud graduate, Ms. Sophia Alexander. High honors, Ms. Murnell Andrew. High honors, Mr. Jorokim Arib. High honors goes out also to Crystalline Augusti. High honors also go out to Laurenice Augustine. High honors also goes out to Laurentia Daniel. High honors also go out to Shara May Estigo. High honors goes out to Denia Forbes. Honor grads, Miss Kenisha George. High honors goes out to Miss Sophia Joseph. Proud grad, Denzel Laurent. Honor grad goes out to Miss Janisha Morsa. High honor to Miss Alana Peterson. High honors goes out to Annie Josina Pompey. I ain't gonna say nothing about this one. But honor grad goes out to Miss Shamira Rodriguez. High honors goes out to Miss Khadija Smith. And last but not least, honor grad goes out to Miss Deniqua Wheatley. And I want to say congratulations, class, and I'm so proud of you guys.
Cosmetology. This is my class. Oh, it's been 2 years. They put me through the ringer. Genola Basu. Kamisha Crossley. Winicia Isaac, all the way from St. John. Artricia Lewis. Renisha Noel, all the way from St. John. And Renisha will be receiving high honors also. Tanisha Persad. High honors. Janique Smith. High honors. Diacy Turnbull, high honors. And now we will call Miss Latoya Crawford, medical massage instructor.
have honor grad Linda Bailey. Next, we have honor grad Luz Barberio. High honor Shida Brown. Honor grad Ronaldo Burley. High honor Michelle Cohn. Honor grad Corina De La Cruz. High honor Ramona Diaz Patino. We're going too fast. Yeah. I'm so excited to get rid of you. I have high honor Joylyn Edwards. High honor Abyssinia Hodge. High honor Jazara Hunt. High honor Chantel Luby. High honor Vicky Bianca Mercedes. Good job, girl. High honor Euphrasie Mota. High honor Brittany Peter. High honor Randolph Richards. And last but not least, high honor Mackay Sanderson.
Hair braiding instructor, Mrs. Annika Thompson and Miss Dejane Cameron, please come forward. One moment. White Toyota, TIM 576, you're blocking.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the hair braiding morning and evening classes, I will be presenting our graduates. First up, we have Miss Arlene Gums Alexander. Miss Tikira Aska. Although this graduate isn't here, I'm still going to call her because she is a high honor. Miss Helier Blanc. Miss Mahalia Buncombe with honors. Rosana Calderon Hernandez. With high honors, Miss Latifa Carty Prentice. Miss Taffy Charles. Miss Michelle Clark. With high honors, Miss Keja Daniel. Another high honor student, Miss Alexia Edward. This one is not here, but I'll still call her Miss Nicole Edwards. Next, we have Latoya Etienne. With honors, with honors, Miss Janaya Freeman. Next, we have Miss Sabrina Letzov, aka Shishi Pupu. With honors, we have Miss Shania Lewis. And last but not least, Miss Joycelyn Pierre with honors. Woo! Congrats, ladies.
Instructor Pamela Jurgen, nail technician, please come forward.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pamela Jurgen, and I'm currently the nail instructor at the Wheatley Skills Center. I have to say, this has been the most impressive class that I've ever worked with. And I think the reason is because whether they had knowledge or not of becoming a nail tech, they came with a great passion. And believe it or not, it has made my life so much easier. First on my list, I have Miss Jericia Basu. Second on my list, I have Miss Jessica Charles. My next student, my third student, before I called her name, we kept a competition in our classroom, and I wanted to see which one of my students can bring the most client. And I have to say, Miss Kazia Corbett was our #1 technician that brought the most clients to the school. Next on my list, I have Miss Jacqueline Liebert. This next name I'm going to present, she's not here with us today, but she's one of our graduates. Her name is Yari Munez. I also have another student that traveled to the mainland. She's not here with me again today. Her name is Tanisha Rapsat. Next on my list, I can always guarantee I can get a good pedicure, is Miss Ruth Rojas. Another student of mine, she's not here with us again today, is Miss Chanel Monrose Wilshire. And last but not least, Miss Shadisha Wyatt.
I'm happy to introduce to you Mr. Smith Wilshire and his barbering class.
Good evening. I'm happy to present the barbering class of 2025. It might be small, but they had great energy and they were very respectful. And I appreciate that. I was told in our class there were 4 students. I was told 2 are off island. However, I will proceed in calling their names out just for recognition. Giovanni Stevenson. Shanice Perez. Giovanni Hodge, and Lendell Rapsat is off island. However, we'll recognize them.
Recognition goes out to one of my students who's unable to make it here, is Miss Shalisa Conero, cosmetology. Instructor, Mr. Charles Jones, auto mechanic and auto body.
All right. Hello. Charlie. This kind of bittersweet because I don't know who's going to help me put people's car back together when this guy leave. You know, I got to find somebody else or call him on speed dial. You know, sorry, moms, for the late nights, you know. But we have to put people's car back together. All right, so with high honors, and this is a bittersweet moment because this is my favorite student. This is my favorite student. You don't even know. Kaylin Blyden. All right. So up next we have Alvon Stevens. All right. Asha Ambrose, come up here, please. All right, so Mr. Leon Lake himself, man going out there doing big things. Come up here, dude. All right, thank you.
I just want to let you know that Mr. Charles Jones, he said he's going to miss his students, and just because Mr. Charles Jones' class, his students, were the one who put that EV vehicle together. Put a round of applause for them. Thank you. Thank you. The first electrical vehicle. Calling Mr. Harold Gilbert, plumbing instructor.
Good evening. Good evening. Now, you see these two young men here? They have the nation health in their hands. And these two guys harassing me. They harass me. And you know, it tells me what? It tells me they want to learn. They're eager to learn. When we going to do this? When we going to do that? And I like that. Okay? So, first we're going to call Cheyenne George.
It's Shane.
Now, Mr. Litang, you know what he told me one evening? Litang told me, we got to get something to keep you young because we want your knowledge. That's Litang George. So, Mr. Litang George, come. Jahil Litang, sorry.
Electrical? Is that an electrical class? Oh. Huh? Miss Ambi, electrical instructor, please come forward.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ambi Blyden, the electrical instructor at the Skills Center. This is a very proud moment for myself, as this was my first class. I covered the theory and my husband assisted with the practical in this electrical class. Some of these young men had me questioning my life choices with all the stuff they put us through. I have some young kids at home and I was like, why am I here with them? I have kids to take care of, but I'm glad that you guys made it to this point and it made it worth it. First up, we have, with high honors, Tamari Amori. And with honors, Kian Gabriel. And with high honors, Omari Gordon. and the boss supervisor, Tyler Pierre-Louis. Unable to make it tonight, but must be mentioned, Jeffrey Moore. And we have Dylan St. Hilaire. Mr. Felix Willie. And last but not least, our salutatorian, Denry Blake.
Carpentry instructor, Mr. Anthony Felix, Mr. Cecil Thomas. Someone driving a gold red Nissan T127, a white TIL 825, and a white car THN 198. Someone needs to move their vehicle immediately.
I must say a great blessing. And for people who know Mr. Felix, 9 trades under my belt, teaching for 44 years. And this is a great moment for me because 20 years ago, I had this dream. First, when I came here, about a trade school, and there was nothing. And then I meet Mr. Francis, and he talking about this. And all the time, I didn't know I would hop on board as the carpentry teacher. I have 2 great gentlemen here. It's supposed to be 3, but for some reason, the last one couldn't make it. First one is Mr. James Gainey. And the second one is Mr. Martin Kevin. Okay, thank you. And the last one is Mr. Lincoln Jr. Wendell. And for people who, Mr. Cecil Thomas is the next instructor, but for some reason he couldn't be here today. So I can't take all the praise. He's part of that group also. And thank you.
Instructor, Mr. Keith Smith and Michael Smith, please come forward. Heating, ventilation, and air conditioning and refrigeration, HVAC.
Greetings and salutations to everybody within the room. Today is a joyous moment for all graduates, family members, instructors, everyone for the Virgin Islands today. Like I say, education is the first step in everything. So now you guys got your education. So now it's time for implementation. You are the future entrepreneurs and leaders of the Virgin Islands that could drive our economy to bridge the gaps that we face today. You heard the Honorable President Senator Milton Parker say, how much jobs are available? 5,000. So think about that. because we got to empower and encourage one another. And not because in your child, we ain't clapping, we clapping for everybody. I just blessed and grateful to become an educator this day. I never thought I would. That's to show you that anything is possible out there, my people. Anything. Once you have a will, there's a way. All right, I know I'm ready to go and celebrate. But most of my class, I'm glad for I to show up today, because I define it as I'm pushing class, So we going to call some names here. If they're here, they're here. They come up, they get advice. If they're not here, we still going to acknowledge them. Let's go. Honors, Wilbel Beltre Mendez. Takori Boatswain. Kalen Brown. Yes, sir, Mr. Brown, let we go. Respect and love all the time. Marco Emil. Yes, Mr. Love and respect, Kevin Fleming Jr. High honors, Paul Fankwa. High honors, Malik Francis. Malik, love and respect, King. Good job. High honors, Tamio Francis. High honors, DeAndre George. A lot of high honors in this one, boy. Leroy Gronevelt. Mr. Leroy. Hey, never too late. Inspiration. Brahim James. Honors, Kimoy Lake. Big Kimoy. Love and respect, my boy. Keep growing. Jamel Rivera. Honors, LaShawn Samuel. Honors, Nekwanti Sproul. And last but never least, the biggest of them all, honors, Tevon Turnbull. Yes, sir. Give thanks and praise. Oh, I just seeing what you're about to do, Testing you, but this man here, he's an inspiration for me. He inspire everybody and he passes everything flying. High honors, McCoy Malone. Love alone. Give thanks, my people. Yes, sir.
Could Ms. Pamela Jurgen please come forward? Neil Tech student.
Good day, everyone. My name is Jericia Basu, and I'm speaking on behalf of the Nail Technician class of 2025. Ms. Yergin, this plaque is to show our appreciation to you. We want to thank you for showing and being your authentic self every day throughout this year. And of course, being a very great storyteller. We also, it's a small little speech. Your mentorship has been a cornerstone towards our success, and we are grateful for the knowledge and insight you have shared with the entire class. Your belief in our potential has been a constant source of motivation, and we thank you for it. So without further ado, we want you to accept this appreciation plaque on behalf of the Nail Technician class of 2025.
This plaque means a whole lot. You know, I've been teaching for over 30 years in this field. And I would like to say that over the 30 years that I've taught in St. Martin, West Palm Beach, Orlando, Florida, and St. Thomas, I have to say class 2025 was so different because they came with passion. And the fact that they came with passion made me feel so good. It made my life so much easier. The other thing, too, I would like to say and emphasize, this coming school year, I would like to see some male students in my class. Yes, male students. They make great nail techs as well. And during my 30 years in teaching nail technology, I have taught a total of 4 male students, 2 on St. Thomas and 2 in Orlando, Florida. Hopefully, I would see some male students this year. It would really make a difference. Thank you.
Leslie Commission, please come forward. On behalf of the graduating class, faculty, and families present today, I want to extend our heartfelt thankful to you, Leslie Commission, for sharing your wisdom, inspiration, and time with us. Your words resonated deeply and reminded us of the power of perseverance, purpose, and passion. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Now, graduates, the moment we've been waiting for. I'm going to ask you all to please rise. All righty. Now, for the turn-in. All right. Hold it down, hold it down. I always like to say, by the power that's been vested in me, by the Department of Education as principal of the Raphael Wheatley Skills Center, I now commend you and command you to turn your tassel and become official graduates. As it was resounding here today, go forth and represent. As you've always heard me say, over and over and over again, you guys are our social media. When you go out there and do exemplary, it comes back to us tenfold. If you go out there and you misrepresent, what it does is it tears down everything that those that went before you build. So tread with integrity. And congratulations once more.
We'll now have our benediction by Mr. Emmanuel. Elijah led some.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to start off and recognize that this week is EMS week. No shade against other medical courses, but this week is all about the EMTs, okay? What do you say, Captain Pete? Secondly, when Mr. Jorgen shook my hand, he reminded me and said, remember in school, you say you want to be a rapper? I don't know why he would remember that after all these years. But I'm glad he get to witness that he changed my major. So, and I'm ready to go, so I ain't holding nobody up no more. Gracious and loving God, as we gather to celebrate the accomplishments of these graduates, we pause in gratitude. Thank you for the strength, perseverance, and wisdom that have brought them to this moment. Thank you for the mentors, families, and friends who have supported them along the way. Now, as they step into a new chapter of life, we ask for your continued guidance. Grant them the courage to face challenges, clarity to pursue truth, and compassion to serve others. May their talents be used not only for personal success, but for the greater good. Fill their hearts with humility in achievement, integrity in action, and hopes in times of uncertainty. May they walk forward with boldness, knowing they are never alone. Bless their journeys ahead, wherever they go, whatever they do. May the hours reflect the light of wisdom, justice, and love. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Graduates, you've earned your tassel. You've also turned the page to a new chapter in your lives, one filled with hope, purpose, and opportunity. Congratulations, class of 2025. You did it. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remain standing to honor the platform guests and the amazing new graduates of the Raphael Wheatley Skills Center as they exit the auditorium. Please give them one more round of applause.
I'm on God's speed. Listen now. Yes, I have Christ in me. Everything I put my hand in go on go. It no go delay. Oh. I'm on God's speed. Oh. I'm on God's speed. Oh. I'm on God's speed. Oh. Given me every single thing I need. You know the delay. Oh, I'm on God's speed. Oh, now you make it favor, they follow me. We carry your blessings, they cover me. Your glory receive me eternally. The goodness and mercy is all I see. I'm on God's speed. Oh, I'm on God's speed. Oh. on the wheel, I'm on Godspeed, oh. Godspeed, oh.